Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Here we are in episode 79. Hope you're all doing very well. I just did a quick little check right now, and we got about 34 more quests to go before we're in Havensward. So, still quite a ways. This is definitely going to be a 100 episode plus series, but hopefully we can knock them out pretty quick. I don't know, 30 doesn't seem that much. So let's just keep chugging along, keep cracking at it. Antecedent. You came to us straight from the archives of House XIV. I trust your time there proved fruitful. Would that I had. Uringer and I scored countless tests, but what we found was questionable veracity. Accounts of Shifa's lives and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one point. She lay down with a dragon, the gravest of all sins, according to the Ishgardian faith. Yet in the eyes of Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act, the blessed union of man and dragon. How such a thing could even be possible is quite another question. Suffice it to say, I very much doubt that we will find a useful answer in the archives of House XIV. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, so in this case, one of the wonders it is by circumstance of design. You said that Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not? Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing an end to an endless war serves the greater good. I think Saramea might take issue with her methods. I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape. Until the sappers confirm that the tunnel is safe, the men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I had expected, Saramek. Lest you misunderstand, I do not deny that our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain simple-mindedness after all. Was it not by the will of Harlon that your ancestors came to this land? Why they took up arms? Against the Druidians? What would they have done in your position, I wonder? There are those who believe that faith is a reunification of free will, that questioning devotion is required of all who would live a life in service to the Fury. Such righteous fervor may very well serve a knight on the front line, less so a leader of men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. But I would not presume to speak for the Knights of Eld. 'Twas a different time, nay, a different era, and Scripture tells us so much. Would that it told us more. That man is awfully pragmatic for a servant of the Holy See. A welcome trait at the negotiating table, to be sure, less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of a god. Mayhap he does not truly believe that Iceheart's plan can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman. Of that there can be no doubt. In this respect, she differs from every other figure to have been summoned. each of whom was worshipped as a god. The sole exception being good King Mughal XII. The myth may manifest in the response to fervent supplications of the Mughals' guard. Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a tribute of outcasts at war with a mighty nation, who yearn for the resurrection of the one who embodied their belief. If that is not practicing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Minfilia. They have them both in abundance. Can that truly be all that is required? My survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the Aetherite Iceheart used to escape. They believe that she teleported to another Aetherite somewhere not far to the west. Despite the apparent proximity of this second Aetherite, however, they have been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Iceheart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume she had it destroyed to prevent us from following her. Without the means to teleport as she did, we have no choice but to search an alternate route, most likely a tunnel, assuming one exists. Let us not give up to teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Shanola may be able to assist us. I pray that you are right. I dare not think of how long it will take to survey the entire tunnel system. While Minfilia looks into the Aetherite problem, I would like to request your assistance with another matter. The 3rd unit is currently tracking remnants of the heretic force which attacked us. However, the search goes poorly, despite our numbers. Korthus is vast, and Iceheart's followers know the terrain far better than we. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the process. The sooner we capture Iceheart's followers, the sooner we can press them for their leader's whereabouts. Also, though it is admittedly a selfish request, I feel that my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. While we have our share of veterans, we also have more than a few less experienced recruits, many of whom look up to you, in the case you were not aware. Good. I knew you would understand. Yu Yuhase can appraise you of the details. When the task is complete, come and find me at the observatorium. Captain Ilbert and I are meeting there to discuss the latest development in his investigation. The Temple Knights shall hold Snowcloak in our absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing. Okay. Yuase. Wait. Me speaking to you. There you are, Kiara. Commander Levisar instructed me to wait for you. Your assistance is most welcome, believe me. Most of the 3rd hail from Ulda, and for a man accustomed to the feel of sand beneath his boots, the crunch of snow can be rather disconcerting. But to the matter at hand, nearly a moment ago I received word that the heretics we seek may have been spotted making for Danathan Pass. My braves are already in pursuit, and I should be grateful if you would join them. I myself shall be taking part in the hunt. Never let it be said that I do not earn my coin. Oh boy, is this pretty far? No, it's right here. Uh-oh. Got a man down. What happened? Falls balls, my ankle is on fire. Caught my boot on a rock or something and twisted it as if I fell. The others went on ahead through the To the Danifin Pass. Hurry, you might catch up. If you aren't sure where to go, look for the tracks. The snow is fresh, so they shouldn't be hard to find. Or I can just follow the, the arrow where it's telling me where I'm gonna be. Oh, that's a nice sprite. Go a little bit more further. Here we are, right here. Or at least one of them. The tracks lead southeast. Oh no, not like this again. Really? Here we go again. Alright, come on. Alright, here's another one. Oh, good. Scion, what are you doing here? The heretics? I'm not sure. There was a great scaled beast and Hase, I think he went east on his own. The heretics split up, so we did too. Oh, good job, man. So, in other words, what you're telling me is you lost them. Well, there's Hase. Where's my buddy? There he is. How embarrassing. I was so intent on following the heretics' tracks that I almost failed to notice they had doubled back. Almost. Mind you, one tried to sneak up behind me and got a knife in the gut for his troubles. I thought myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's knapsack for anything of interest, and to behold, before his friends found me, I came upon this. Withdraw into groups of 3 or less to the observatorium. Give the signal and wait. The merchant will be watching. Be late and be left for dead. Speaks for itself, does it not? They can't possibly mean to render us inside the palace, so we should restrict our search to the surrounding areas. Let me rephrase that. You should restrict your search to the wilderness around the observatorium. I will need more than a moment's rest to recover from these wounds. Alright, here we go again. Oh, it's not that far. It aren't that far. But wait, isn't that where Minphili and Alphanaut are at? Oh man, we gotta hurry. Come on, Chocobo. Flap those wings. They're in danger. Yeah. Do I go right here? Right here. Here we go. Suspicious Corthin. What are you guys doing here? I am through with listening to your excuses. We leave now. How? The woods are crawling with those blue coats, and the knights are searching every wagon that passes through the gates. Hey, buddies. Well, stay with her then, if you think you or Phil are any better. Now, there's no need for that. There are places like this in my homeland. Sacred snow-capped peaks where blood must not be shed. Yet your lands ever thirst for the blood of the fallen, and by your deeds it has drunk deep. No, I have done nothing, no wrong. None but meet in secret with heretics. Deny it all you will, we shall have the truth from you yet. Inquisitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Damn it all. Fancy meeting you here, Kiara. I presume your work with the Third brought you hither? What a tangled web. Thus you wonder we came not for the heretics, but for the merchant who has been conspiring with them. He came to our attention during the course of our investigation into the Ivy. It beggars belief, I know, but it seems that her favorite Garland spy may have been providing assistance to Iceheart. Were it not for the efforts of Lady Yugiri and her shinobi, we might have never have discovered this connection. Master Alphanot is too kind. I fear my people and I have done little to your search for this spy. You will long to strike back against the Empire and weaken their influence in this land, to prevent the tragedy which befell Doma and from reoccurring. The days ahead and the work they promise will require a very particular set of skills which I am fortunate enough to possess. If you allow it, I would accompany you until this investigation is complete. That is a most generous offer, Lady Yugiri, and one which I shall gladly accept. Thank you. Though I may disappear for a time, know that I shall never be far, and shall always be watching. A comforting thought. Come, Kira, let us wait inside the Captain Ilbred to return and deliver his report. Oh, there he is. Captain Ilbred seems confident that the merchant's resolve would swiftly crumble when pressed. If so, we should have new information ere long. As to whether it will bring us any closer to learning Ivy's identity, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we are spared another wild dodo chase. The gods know we have more than enough to occupy our time as it is. Gladiator, Marauder, Paladin. Oh yeah, Warrior, there we go. Wow. That's a nice piece. Of course, I should be getting stuff for our... You know, I'll get stuff for our monk. Because he's going to be the closest one to leveling up to 50. Captain Elbrecht, your report if you will. Aye, Commander. Firstly, with regard to the heretic we capture, I regret to say that the man could tell us not what they already know of Shiva. We have since handed him over to the Ishgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See will pursue the matter independently. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proven more fruitful. We have ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquired their information on the shipment routes. Go on. You will recall the flames we first identified as being in the Ivy's employ. From him we were able to trace a trail of conspirators, each taking us closer to his master. Alas, the trial came to an abrupt end. Fearing that the investigation had been compromised, we took the necessary steps of detaining all suspected conspiracy. There were 5 on our lists, including a flame station at Revenant's Toll. The man's primary duty was to keep an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which we would share with beneficiaries, thereby ensuring that needs did not go unfulfilled. By virtue of his role, he was privy to the details of all shipments bound for the settlement. Needless to say, that included those organized from House Fortemps. He knew the precise routes and the caravan would take, and he sold that information to a merchant. I think I can guess which one. None other. With a little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowingly aiding and abetting the heretics. Well, that is one mystery solved at least, but what of the Ivy? Are we any closer to prizing off his mask? I dare say we are, Commander. Our relentless pursuits have forced him to commit a grave error. In a desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available only to high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. If you consider then that our investigation is known barely to a handful of them, the field of suspects is greatly narrowed. You mean to say that the agent among the Rubian's interior circle, someone who has been with him since the Immortal Flames establishment? This is the most possible explanation. The information likely occurred during the company's founding, which the groundwork for the act being laid beforehand. To slip into a position of authority, unremarked, and remain above suspicion all these years, I too was surprised, though I really should have not been. Of the three grand companies, Olda was ever more vulnerable to infiltration. Both Limsa, Laminsa, and Gridania had long-standing armed forces that lent themselves well to the formation of the Maelstrom, and the Order of the Twin Adder, to all intents and purposes, it was the same people. Loyal ones, mine under the same leadership, only the banner was different. Not so the Flames. Olda's military was made up of desperate orders, most of which were glorified mercenary companies that answered only to their own paymasters. Hardly an ideal environment to which to establish something as high-minded as a grand company. The difficulties Raubon faced when founding the Immortal Flames are well known, even after he had convinced the fellow syndicate members to share the cost. There remained the small matter of finding enough bodies to fill the ranks. Indeed, and given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, that meant recruiting every possible sellsword. Amidst the chaos of us founding, it would have been child's play to infiltrate the company. A good deal easier than now, The Immortal Flames have ever been caught between conflicting interests, the public and the private. Though the monetaries ultimately agreed to support the organization's founding, it was not certainty that they did so, but simple self-preservation. Had Neil von Darnus' ambitions been there less apocalyptic, I can't pronounce that word. Apocalyptic, there you go. You may be sure that they never would have risked supplying Raubon with an army. 'Tis but a wonder they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moment the danger had passed. Ahem, returning to the present. Even as we speak, our Dominion allies are shadowing several high-ranking flames. Any one of them could be the Ivy. Destined to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees were eager to lend us their aid. I expect to hear from them ere long. Very good. Pray continue investigation with the first. Meanwhile, have the second attend to the unrest, the third can join the fourth in inspecting crystal shipments. If they notice anything unusual, I want to know about it. If Shiva is summoned in like a manner to the other rivals, the heretics will be looking for further supplies. Understood, Commander. I shall send word to Saramek, informing him of our success in identifying the heretics' avatars. Hopefully the information will be of some use to their Ishgardians. It is time, Commander. Yes, I am aware. An emergency council of the Alliance leadership has been called. There have been developments in Galamed, it would seem. As Commander of the Crystal Braves, my presence has been requested. I would have you accompany me, Kiara, as the realm's stoutest champion. It's only meant that you to be present for the discussion. Oh, and the Antecedent has already given her consent, lest you worry. These descriptions just keep getting longer and longer. What? I thought we were going to go. Okay. Cool. Like me, you're doubtless eager to conclude our business with Iceheart. Oh my god, I've been like reading for 20 minutes. But until another path of the Sanctum is found, we shall remain beyond our reach. My affiliate and the Arcs are sparing no efforts to secure an alternate route. Until such time as they succeed, I suggest we give some thought to the realm's other problems. I shall go ahead to Gridania in readiness for the coming council. Maybe at Nofax Alturn we shall make our way to the Lotus Stand together. Alright, screw it. Hey, since we're home, everybody, if you don't mind, I'm gonna make a little, slight little detour. Just for a minute. Just gonna reassign our things. I call them the things. You know, the things. But the thing! Alright. Our ventures. Yep. Just keep bringing me those. That's my money maker right there. I think we got plenty of venture points. I just used all the PvP and most of the seals that we had to just buy them. Like, there's really no point in getting the. There's like no point in doing the levy quest to get them. Like, it's pointless. You can just buy them far more easier than. All right, so we got to go to Old Gridania. But of course, I am going to check up on one more thing before we go. So just bear with me, everybody. I'm sorry. I haven't checked the 100 board. Is a new weekly up? Nope. Alright, cool. I wonder when that resets. We gotta go to the barracks. For our mission should be complete. Aha. Nice, and they leveled up. Well, let's give them another mission. Ooh. Well, they should be able to do this one. Allied maneuvers. They really want a Purigist. Alright, let's... anyone, no squadron members meet the level requirements. Aww. Alright, we'll give them a level 25 then. Oh, we don't have enough seals. Shit. Okay, never mind. Well, at least they completed it. That's right, I spent all my seals. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on with the story. I just wanted to check those two things real quick. Yeah, we can go through here. In fact, I think this is the way we gotta go anyway. Through here, right? Yeah. And then down through here. There he is. My thanks for coming, Kiara. When you are ready to speak with the conjurer yonder, she will allow us to the Lotus Stand. Okay. Then I will go and talk to her. Alliance leaders await you in the Lotus Stand. You will be joining them now? Yep. I imagine this is going to be a cutscene, so
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
Who?
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
'Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader. Not so his uncle.
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all. I propose that we set aside the Cartano dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald. Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it. If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming. So long as the Ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
Alright, let's go ahead and just talk to Alphinaud here. I'm sure this will probably end the quest, I hope. It will not have escaped your notice that the nations of Eorzea are no longer near being able to propose. Despite their Prostidians, to the contrary, plainly the threat of the resurgent Garlemald is not enough to stir them. And the reason for this? Deep-rooted mistrust amongst the citizenry. The nation's leaders can all come to the understandings they like, but their unity means little and less to the common folk. Take the Lamincians, for instance. So Admiral Merriwebb outlawed piracy over a decade ago. Foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for grog-swiggling wooden-legged cutthroats. And likewise, the Gerdanians are mocking as hermits who talk to trees, and the Oldens scored as swindlers who worship coin. Not that such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that pillar of Olda society, Teleji Adeleji, for example. But that is besides the point. The fact that the people are wary of outsiders, whether they have cause to be or not. On that basis, one could argue the conflict at Cartno as a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to palisade them, we present them something resembling warfare, and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle mussing, let us speak of a more pressing matter, the Ivy. Since we spoke at the observatorium, Captain Ilbert has further shortened his list of suspects, and by happy coincidence, the one he deems the most likely candidate is lately come to Gridania. The hunt needs to end, Kiara. All that remains is to corner our quarry. Seek out Ilbard near the Adler's Nest, and he will give you the particulars. Should there be any developments in Corthus, you may be sure I will send word without delay. In the meantime, I wish you the success in apprehending the Ivy. Screw it. We'll keep going. Where are you at, man? Okay. So you're literally right there. Okay, well, we're only at like 40 minutes, so that's not too bad for an episode. Wrong way. It's going to take me a little bit of a while to get used to the map being down here. I keep looking up here expecting to see it, but I'll get used to it. Alright, let's go ahead and complete the quest and then we'll call it an episode. My thanks for coming, Scion. Doubtless the commander has informed you, but we have unmasked the Ivy. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution. We were going to go for our monk, right? Yes. Yeah, let's start getting some gear for him. Some really good gear. Alright, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and especially smash that subscribe button. As you can see, only 88% of people that are watching are not subscribed. So come on, just give it a second, smash it. Even if you don't like everything on the channel, you know, it really helps. We got to grow. We got to keep going. Also be sure to follow me on Twitter at ShivyWildsGaming. I follow all followers back. And also be sure to check out the link for our Facebook group in the description below. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.